Okay, so let's start with the basic things. Okay, can anybody tell me what are the different types of workspaces we have?
Single and multiple.
Can you be louder? I can't hear you.
Single user and multi-user.
Okay, how do you create a multi-user workspace?
First, we need to do, means actually it is not the real time, but in our machines, we have to do the setup of server. And then while creating the workspace, we have to select the Oracle or SQL, whatever database server we are having. And then we need to give the details. And first time we have to select the standard module option. And then we have to create, and later on I guess some slim or thin something workspace we have to create, the another multi-user environment.
Yes, how you can answer in interview is you can say that
Selecting the repository as SQL.
yeah, you can directly start with we will be selecting the data repository that we are using and will be providing the connection string. What is that connection string? It has server, user ID and password and the database name. So we will be providing a connection string. We will select the type of repository and we will create a slim workspace. Just answer it in this way. This is the question asked by Value Labs. Okay, so now let's move on. Okay, so can somebody list me out some 5 to 6 standard modules which you use in your day-to-day life?
Open browser, open URL, set tbox set buffer, tbox wait, and close browser.
And
File option.
Debug
Yeah,
start program.
send keys or
tbox and keys.
yeah.
Okay.
Evaluation Express.
Date time.
Window operation.
Tbox set buffer.
Okay.
Evaluating the expressions, math,
Compare.
calc.
Can somebody tell me how do we compare expressions in Tosca?
Tbox evaluation.
Tbox evaluation.
Evaluation expression.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And another question is, how do you verify whether a file is present in a particular folder or not?
For this, we have a standard module. We can use that one, and we need to give that location and file
Can you
name.
tell me the name of the standard module?
Actually, I didn't remember. One second.
I guess file operation.
And no, it is present in file operation folder. One standard module will be there. This is the question asked in 2 to 3 companies like Capgemini, Mindtree, and Value Labs. That is the reason. You can refer your Tosca and tell me, right? You don't remember? Okay. So under standard modules, under Tbox automation tools, what do we have? File operations. Under it, Box file existence is the name of the standard module. Okay. This will help us to verify whether a file is present in a folder or not. Okay. So now let's move on. Okay. What are the different identification techniques that you have in Tosca?
Identify by
By
index,
Property.
identify by
and
anchor, identify by properties.
Identify the image.
Yeah.
index
Uh,
image properties.
uh, how do you prioritize?
One more new thing is that
Properties.
identify by smart ID.
Okay. For now, let's leave that smart ID. Okay. Yeah. So how do you prioritize? First, we go for
Properties, anchor, index, image.
Image.
what is the difference between anchor and index?
Anchor means we are giving this parent node to this child node.
Parent node to child node.
That means we are referring the nearby object to that one.
Anchor means we are giving the nearby reference of the particular element in the under test actually, so that it can identify. If it fails, then it will identify the particular nearest location, and based on the nearest location, it will identify the particular object under test.
Near unique control line.
Okay. What about index?
But index is the similar number of elements existing, and based on that, it will actually try to identify the similar group of elements. So, like if like a text box is there or some push button is there, so it will identify how many push buttons are there. Like if 5 are there, based on the location of the index of the particular element, it will try to identify and go and do the operation, either click or something else.
Okay. Okay. So,
Ramya, how can we simplify this too? Ramya, when
sorry.
interview asks for what is the difference. When interview asks what is the difference between links and anchor, how can we simplify? How can we do the answer?
Okay, you can answer it in this way, like anchor is nothing but it will take a nearby control which can be uniquely identified and make it as an anchor tag, and we will calculate the relative distance, and that is how we will identify the our control uniquely. And coming to the index, it is nothing but among the selected properties, these many controls are having these properties in common. So among those, this is the ID that I am specifying to the respective control is what we say. Okay. For anchor, you will get the relative ID property. For index, you will get the constant index property. Now, moving on. Next question is, what is cardinality?
Cardinality is come under the configuration parameter in the properties section of the module, in which you can actually define whether a similar control should repeat itself while doing operation under test steps. So if you give like 0 to 1, then it will be occurring only one time. If it goes to 0 to n, then it will be occurring or available for a number of times you want to pass certain values or do certain operations with that particular control. Am I right?
Okay. Yeah, you are correct. Okay. You can say it like cardinality is the property that allows you to perform multiple operations on a single test step value within a single test step. Okay. Now let's move on. And yeah, can somebody tell me what are the different types of parameters that are available in the module section? Params, I'm asking you about. When you right click on your module attributes, you will see them, right? Configuration parameters, these. Hello? Can you hear me?
Business parameters, configuration parameters.
Not business parameters actually. So if you have your Tosca open, then you can go to module section, right click on any of the attribute and see it.
Ramya, I saw it test configuration parameter.
No, I'm not talking about those. In module section, what sort of, I said you will have configuration parameters and all, you will have some dots, right? Colored dots. Configuration parameters, transition parameters, steering parameters, business ID parameters,
Representation.
reflected parameters, technical parameters. Do you remember?
Okay. On the right side of
Properties.
properties.
Yes.
Yes.
Remember those names, okay? This is also one interview question in Value Labs. Okay. And the next question is, what do I talk about? Yeah, can somebody tell me what are the different kinds of loops present in Tosca?
Do loop and do while loop. Or these are the only two loops available in the
If else. If
If
else then.
Conditional statement.
If is a conditional statement, right? It's not a loop.
Okay, yeah. And okay, now what else we have? Yeah, what are business parameters and where do we use them?
This
Reusable test blocks.
Usable test block.
Sorry?
we use in the reusable RTB, reusable tested blocks. Basically, if we don't want to hard code our input values or data that we want to pass to a particular test steps, then we can use the business parameter. And yeah,
Can you tell me the syntax of it?
is start with Excel followed by the particular that control name and dot properties I think, first.
No.
It's PL of flower brackets and the attribute name.
Yes. Curly braces, capital P, capital L, square braces, that particular business parameter name, and close both the braces. Okay. Can you tell me why do we need RTBs?
If we have certain test cases and say steps, which are actually repeating and which are commonly used and which are actually used in many areas of the test cases, then we can create a RTB for those particular test scenarios and test steps. So that
Oh.
can you
Okay, so what we can say is whenever the test step is repeating more than twice, then we will go ahead and create a reusable test step block for it. And whatever test step values might change, we will create a business parameter for them and for the remaining we can hard code the values. Okay. Now the next question is, what are the different types of buffers we have in Tosca?
Static buffer,
Static and dynamic.
dynamic buffer,
Static and dynamic.
Dynamic,
Static, dynamic and
partial.
partial buffer. Okay. This time let me call one name. Raghu. Raghu, can you tell me the syntax of dynamic buffer? Okay. Anybody else who want to tell syntax of dynamic buffer?
XB and in the braces the buffer name.
Yes, curly braces, XB, square braces, that particular buffer name, and close both the braces. What is the action mode that we use for dynamic buffer?
Verify.
Verify action mode.
Verify.
Okay. And can somebody tell me what is the syntax of date operation? You can ping in the chat window here.
curly braces, date,
Date, time,
square braces, 3 square braces, close the curly braces.
Okay, what do those 3 square braces represent?
one is
Today's date,
offset,
today's date, offset and date format.
Okay. Instead of today's date, right, you should say it as base date.
Okay.
Okay. The first square brace represents the base date. That is nothing but default value is today's date. Okay. And second square brace represents the offset. Nothing but the calculation that we want to do. And third square brace represents the format. Okay. So now another question is, what are test configuration parameters?
Test configuration parameters are actually those are we can define, like if we want to
We can mention the browser where we have to execute.
Okay, let me say this. First thing, when they ask you about test configuration parameters, think, why do we use them? In multi-user environment, if we change the settings, the changes will be applicable only to the local machine. That is the reason we will go for test configuration parameters. Okay. Second thing, what are those? Those are again of two types, user defined and system defined. User defined means if you find any static values across test cases, then you can give them as the test configuration parameter. For suppose you have the username, which is the static value across all your test cases. So you will create a test configuration parameter called username, and you can use its value by using the syntax curly braces CP. Okay, configuration parameter CP square braces, that particular test configuration parameter name. And another one is the system defined. Examples are browser, Tosca date format, target date format, synchronization timeout. All these are the examples for it. Okay. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Once repeat, Ramesh.
Nothing. There are two. First thing is, why do we go for it? Why do we go for it?
Whatever settings we are doing, that should be replicated to everyone's machine.
Yes, that is the reason we will go for it. Okay. Then, what are the types in it? Two types. User defined, system defined. If it's user defined, nothing but we are creating the parameter name. You can create any name. And in order to use it, all you need is syntax, right? That is curly braces, CP, square braces, that particular test configuration parameter name. And system defined. Examples are browser. These are the predefined keywords that you have. You cannot change them. Browser, synchronization timeout, Tosca date format, all these. Okay?
Okay, Ramesh, thank you.
Yeah. So now let's move on. Can somebody tell me what are the different types of weights we have in Tosca?
We have weight on, weight after,
Wait on, wait after, wait before.
weight before.
We have two types of weights, static weight and dynamic weight. Coming to static weight, what is it actually?
Wait on.
It's
Wait
like a
for a
fixed amount of time.
Yes.
So it would be like T-box wait standard module, you can do that, or else wait before or wait after. And coming to the dynamic wait, what does it do exactly? It will wait for certain time, but in the meanwhile, if there is anything that is changing as per the properties that we have taken, immediately it will move on to the next step. That is wait on action mode. And another one is synchronization time. Now tell me, what is the default synchronization time in Tosca?
20 seconds.
20,
Sorry,
20 seconds.
20
wrong answer.
3
10
milliseconds.
10 seconds, 10 seconds, sorry.
10 seconds.
Yes, 10 seconds. What is the default time for wait on?
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Even this is interview question, okay? Don't forget. Normal time is 10 seconds and the wait on time is 20 seconds. Okay. Now, what else we have? We covered this. Okay. Okay. Syntaxes of random numbers and random text.
R&D,
Curly braces, R&D, square braces,
We can define the
number of digits, close the square braces.
Okay. And random text.
Curly braces, R&D, square braces, text.
Wrong. Curly braces, random text, square braces, the number of characters that you want, and close both the braces. Okay. Just check these two syntaxes. And next, what is the difference between math and calc functions in Tosca?
Calc is only for Excel format calculations. Math is for use for units.
Yes, correct. Math means normal mathematical operations. Calc is the Excel related one. Okay. Now let's move on. Okay, can somebody tell me What are the different instance generation techniques that we have in Tosca? Okay, we have all combinations, orthogonal, pairwise, and linear expansion. What is a straight through instance?
It's about taking all the positive values, like uh, like if a particular if a drop down is there, then always we'll
Yes,
select
yes.
yeah.
It's nothing but the value that you choose in your happy path, or else the value that provides you the maximum test coverage is the straight through instance. Okay. Next question is, what is a template?
Templates the structure of for the test cases in which we cannot run the test case. It's about the basic structure of a test cases. And
Okay. What are the different data sources that you can use?
Excel, test sheet template, and other
Only
VB.
these two. One is test sheets or else Excel sheets. Okay.
Okay, Rama.
Yeah. And what is reinstantiation?
Suppose we do some changes and we want to reflect that changes to the particular instance of the template, then we have to reinstantiate it to reflect those changes.
Yes, perfect. Whenever there is some change in the test sheet and all, in order to get those changes into the test cases, we will reinstantiate. What is the difference between scratchbook and execution list?
Scratchbook is like before we do the final execution, we can just check and verify in the scratchbook, and once everything is finalized and want to do the run execution of the test case from end to end, then we can do it using the execution list, and we can get all sorts of details like log details and similar other details.
And in execution list, we can
Scratchbook not maintain the reports and
Log information.
maintain all the reports and logs.
will test case.
Scratchbook
Okay.
is the temporary execution.
Yes. Okay. Scratchbook is the temporary one where we don't find any log information, but in execution list, you will have all the log information available. And we have one other difference also. What is that other than this?
In the scratchbook, we don't have logs and all details.
No, other than that.
Automated reports.
In Scratchbook, we cannot find the input values what we have given. In execution, we can see the values.
Okay, now these log information, another difference is we cannot execute recovery and cleanup scenarios in Scratchbook.
Yes.
They will come only in the execution list. Okay, don't forget this. The next
And Ramya, what is I heard about what is test mandate that will comes where exactly?
test mandate, I will tell you. Actually, we all executed our test cases in execution list, right? So whenever
Ramya.
you want to execute something in execution list, you should first check it out. For suppose, think like you have a execution list of 100 test cases. Okay, and your team is having 4 members in it. So when I ask you to execute these 100 test cases, what do? I have one execution list and I want 4 people to execute those 100 test cases. So how do you execute? If you check it out, others cannot check out. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Ramya.
Then we will go for test mandate. What is test mandate means? You can right click on the execution list and you can create a test mandate. You need not check it out. You can directly run it. And the results also will be stored against the execution list. So all four can at the same time run the test cases. So you can distribute like 25 test cases to each and you can run it. That is the benefit. Okay.
Okay. How can we merge that? Suppose I have execute 25 test cases, another one is execute the
Yeah, that's
25 to
what.
50
Let
test cases.
whoever execute it, it will store the results at the execution list level only. You need not merge it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Thanks.
And next question is, what are recovery and cleanup scenarios?
These are nothing but error handling concept in Tosca. Suppose while running the test cases, you find something probably got like some pop-up comes up or some errors. To bypass those errors and to continue the regular flow of the test case, you can implement this that recovery scenarios and cleanup scenarios. Actually, what to do if you encounter if the test case or the test execution encounters some natural flow some errors and all. To react all those, we can use the that cleanup scenarios to further proceed with the execution of the test case.
Okay. Recovery and cleanup scenarios are nothing but whenever we come across some errors, it's like giving a second chance to the test case. Okay. So first we will execute the recovery part and then we will start retrying the test case. If the test case pass in the second time, then everything is good. We can mark it as a automatically it will be a passed one. If it fails in the second chance also, then cleanup will come up. We will execute the cleanup scenario. And what do we do finally? We will mark it as a failed one. Okay. So the next one is, what are the different types of reports that we have in Tosca in the execution list section?
Detailed report.
Yeah, detailed reports.
Actual logs.
Yeah, actual logs one,
Detail
actual logs and issues. And another one is actual logs and archive.
archived.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Now I will ask you a couple of scenario based questions. I have a web page. Okay. And in this web page, I have some hundreds of hyperlinks. Okay. The links that you have. So now I want you to tell me how many links are present in my web page. Should I repeat my question once again?
Yes, Ramya.
I have one web page which consists of lots of links. You know links, right? Or else say like I have a web page which consists of lots of buttons. I want you to tell me how many buttons are there.
We can scan non-unique controls and we can see the index values so that it will.
No, I want you to give me as part of a test step.
Okay.
So what is that you do? Let me tell you. We will scan it non-uniquely. And then in the test step, we will give a property called result count. Did you forget this?
Yes, yes, result count.
Result count will give us how many controls are there. Okay. Now let's move on. The next question is, I have a button on my web page. Okay. And the value of that button is sometimes save, sometimes submit. Okay. I don't know which value I will have. But when I scan my module, it should allow, like when I am using this particular module, it should allow me whatever be the value, I should be able to click on it, either save or submit. So how do you handle it?
We'll scan the particular button and we'll go to the properties technical. We'll see
Yeah, sometimes you will have submit there, sometimes you will have save. Think like at the time of scanning, you have submit.
so we go to the inner text and tag, and the inner text basically we delete it. Like if it is submit, sometimes submit or sometime as we told that we can pass it as a star, and based on the that index position, uh, we can use constant index in the properties, model properties. We
One
define.
second.
We can get
Hello?
value, we can put the star
Yeah, hi,
while
Priya, good morning.
scanning, and we can use that one, whether if it is coming submit or save.
Actually, you asked me to send them today, right? I will send. Yeah, I'm sorry, I got some call. Yeah, you were saying something, please go ahead.
Yes, Ramya. Actually, we'll go and scan that particular button, or whichever its name is changing, like submit, save, and submit.
Okay, you people say me that you are keeping a wildcard over there in the inner text.
Yeah, we'll keep the wildcard, and also we find a constant index. Based on the constant index, using the constant index, we can actually locate that particular button. Am I right? Or
Okay, so you can either go with this wildcard star mark, and you can go ahead because we have only one button, and or else the other alternative is you can make use of the regular expressions. So what is this is actually in the inner text of that particular button, you can give it something like this: submit or save. Curly braces, rejects, square braces, submit or save. So either submit or save. Accept any value. Okay.
Ramya, what is the
Can you explain the syntax?
Can you explain the format?
Sorry.
Can you ping me that syntax, whatever you say, the chart?
Yeah, I pinged in the chat window here. You can see, right? Everybody.
Rejects, yes, yes. Submit, yeah, yeah.
This
Yes.
reject is nothing but regular expression. Okay. Submit or save. I also came to know about this recently. So what happened is recently when I'm working for someone, like they have some buttons, okay, like the cancel button, okay button you will have in your pop-ups, right? So sometimes they have the cancel button in a text with all capital letters. Sometimes they have it like in the camel case. So how do we handle this thing is what I'm thinking, and then I got to know this. Yeah, we can use it in this way. we will give it in the inner text. Okay. This is not asked in any interview. I just said you generally. Okay. And now let's go on. And what else we have? Interview questions. I think we covered up pretty much. We covered reports, we covered test mandates, we covered executions, recovery and cleanup scenarios, dynamic buffers, partial buffers. Okay, how do we work on the Excel using Tosca?
We have a certain standard modules. Using those modules like keybox, open Excel, keybox range, define range, range keybox range manipulation, keybox close Excel, keybox.
Yeah, that's all. Okay, just remember the standard modules names and what are you doing in each step. Like first we will use the T-box open Excel to open our Excel, and next is define range where we will be defining the range and all. Third step is to range manipulation. That is nothing but the operations that you want to do, like buffering the values or verifying the values and all. And the last step is to close the Excel. Okay. And we covered up template also. We covered up loops also. Yeah. What is the main purpose of constraint action mode?
Yeah, name purpose like if you want, if you don't want to use the row and column concept, or if you don't know the particular row and column, then we can use a name constraint index to locate that particular row or column, right?
Yes. Whenever you don't know the row and column details and all, you can pass the value and give it as a constraint action mode. Okay. What are embedded controls? This question is asked in Virtusa.
Yeah. Embedded controls like we can see it like if you want to if you scan a control and we want to see the details, then you go to the any that scan and you can uh, choose that advance the track that scrolling bar, and then in that I'm not getting the particular word.
No, hold on. Actually, embedded controls are nothing but whenever in tables and all, usually we can see the text box and check boxes again present in the tables. So what do we do then? We will scan the table. Along with it, we will scan the individual controls also. And
Like
later on, we will just copy them and place them under the cell.
like under the table there is a embedded control like edit and delete, right?
Yes. Okay. Now, what else we have? Um, I think these are pretty much, and
Ramya, is there any question like how we can compare the two PDFs?
yeah, yes, this is also an interview question only. How do we compare two PDF files in Tosca?
There is a standard modules for that actually under the PDF section in the module section.
Yes, 1:1 standard module.
Compare PDF, I think.
Compare PDF? I don't remember. I thought it's 1:1. The name is. Yeah, it is 1:1 compare. Okay. And I think this is all we have, most of the questions. And if you people want to appear for an interviews and all, Just inform me. If I have any references, I'll give you. Okay. And currently, Value Labs is hiring a lot of people, and that is also like permanent work from home option that they are giving, I believe. Okay. And even the interview process is bit easy compared to other companies. So if you are looking for a change, then do let me know. Okay.
Ramya, Valueless is Bangalore based or
It's a permanent work from home is what they said to us. We are not sure.
how much experiences they are looking actually in particular?
No, not sure. If you are interested, let me know. I'll give you the HR details. You can call and talk to them directly.
Yeah, you can give me Ramya. I'm interested.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Have a great day.
India, one question on my
Thank
side.
Yes, tell me.
Like Ramya, can you after completion of the entire course, like can you just a project demo, like you can create a project into it and just like give us you can showcase the entire thing, how the particular real-time automation happens and all, something like that you plan to.
Something like that. Actually, we are not supposed to share our project details and
No,
all, right?
I'm not saying about your the companies. I'm saying a